1, 2, 1, 2. Turn my mic up. 1. Get up again and smile. Get up again and smile for me. Get up again and smile. Get up again and smile for me. Mother, born in Mississippi, a Delta queen, you see. She got married, had a child, they were a family. But her life short-lived, it came to be her destiny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, Father.
And welcome to Connections Radio Show, where we talk about ideas that matter. And sometimes we're privileged enough to listen to music that matters too, which we are today. I am glad that you have made the connection and are with us today. I'm Lori Fitz, your host. And the goal of our show is to explore a wide range of topics that challenge us to see ourselves, our community, and the world around us in ways that get us thinking, get us imagining, sometimes gets us humming and singing along. But most of all, it gets us thinking about what it means to be connected and perhaps inspired or challenged to do just a bit more because we've made that connection. So our topic today is celebrating the joy of connection through music. And hosting with me is Rick Bernardo and a partner of the Connections Radio Show, Scotty Harold, who is CEO of Rock the Cause and is a community partner and educator at the High School of the Recording Arts.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. And I know Scotty Harold from years ago at an actual event. I was introduced by a mutual friend at one of your fundraising events. Actually, I went to the Glitter Ball, in 1980s Glitter Ball. I think that was the first time I met you.
Yeah, that was the big hair metal tribute.
It was just like I wore a piano tie. And I really, it was the 80s thing.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been a fan of his work and his connections.
Well,
so tell us about the guests that you're bringing today.
Yeah, I love sharing music, and music is my whole world. And, today is really special because, as a child of the 70s, I grew up hearing just incredible funk and R&B soul on AM radio, if anybody remembers AM radio.
We are AM radio.
Yeah, okay.
They better remember what AM radio.
AM radio, yes.
And it's
AM
the morning.
FM,
It's AM.
It's AM, yeah, man. AM, FM radio.
Yes.
And that music seeped into my soul. So through my work at the High School for Recording Arts, where I teach the business of music and media, and then, I've also got my own record label that works in the industry, et cetera, I got connected to an artist named Patrick Adams, who is creating some absolutely extraordinary funk, R&B, and soul. And that kitchen is right here in the Twin Cities, man. And it's such a treasure to be able to share this, but also, with our students at High School for Recording Arts, we're working with Patrick to help him share his music with the world.
Wonderful. Patrick, we're so glad you're here today.
I'm very glad to be here today. Thank you, Lori, Rick, and Scott. It's an honor to be here, and looking forward to spending some time with you today.
Absolutely. So tell us about A Smile. It's just come out, right?
Yep. This Smile just came out June 13th, so last Friday. And we're excited about it. We feel good about it, and getting some good positive feedback on the song. And
it's very much like Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah.
A little inspiration there?
Little inspiration. Want to say rest in peace to Sly. He is, one of my idols in regards to music, and, really respect the journey that he was on and what he was about musically. Mm-hmm. And so, us as musicians and songwriters, we want to try to build on that and, carry on that legacy.
And you tell a story as well as, share the love. Tell me more about the story behind the song.
So the story behind the song is it's an ode to my mother and my father. My mother passed when I was 6 years old, and so in the song, a lot of my music, I like to tell stories. Mm-hmm. And so in this one, lyrically, I'm telling the story of what that journey was and what it was for him to pick up the pieces and, raise a son. When my mom passed, my dad promised to her that he would take care of me. That was something that she made him promise. And so to be able to go through tragedy and grief and to be able to dust yourself off and smile again, I mean, everybody can relate to that because we've all gone through challenges in life, and the understanding of, no matter what you're going through, you still have to pick yourself up and keep on living, and that's what the story is about.
There's something else for me when you shared the picture of your mom.
Yep.
To me, it's also remembering her smile.
Absolutely.
And holding her smile. And maybe your smile looking kind of like your mom's smile.
Yes.
And how that smile continues through you.
Absolutely.
Is that the one right on the website?
Correct.
All right.
That is the actual cover.
Yeah, that's what I just want people, they go right to Patrick Adams Music with a Z in it, MUZIC.com, PatrickAdamsMusic.com.
Yeah,
it's right there.
And the single smile that, where our students at High School for Recording Arts are hand working out to radio right now, the single smile by Patrick Adams is available worldwide on all digital platforms, Apple Music, YouTube, etc., wherever you experience music. And you should experience this song. It's incredible.
And that's what we were hearing just a little bit, and we'll hear it a little more as we end this segment later.
The other thing I wanted to share is a quote that you had. Music is the universal language, and I hope this new single brings a smile to everyone's face and warmth to their hearts as they live life to the fullest this summer. And I can kind of imagine picnics and outdoor get-togethers and evenings where you just want to smile. I mean, it's just like a great summer song to set the tone, but also to remind us. There are times we're in, it's sometimes hard to smile. We've got a lot of noise out there.
Yes.
That's hard, and it's wonderful that you want to bring a light during a challenging time.
Absolutely. Just in my life in general, but I try to project wherever I go that, there is still positivity out there, and us as individuals, wherever we go, there's people that are looking at us, and you never know what someone else is going through. People always say there's always someone else out there that's going through more than you are. Yeah. And you can affect change in their life by how you communicate with them, whether it's verbal communication or just even through a smile.
And how many times does it take just a little bit more when you're passing someone you don't even know to give that person a smile? It may change their moment. It may change their day. And just to be able to carry that, you remind us how important that is.
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to also make sure the audience knows is that Patrick Adams is a singer, songwriter, producer, and multi-instrumentalist. And your videos are outstanding. So I would be remiss to miss the opportunity to let the audience know that if you like the song, which I do, of course, it's a great song, the video's good too. All of the videos take you on a filmic adventure. And sometimes I'm not keen on videos. I kind of want to have it in my head. I want to listen to the song and have my own images. Not that with this one. Your images are so good. It's a filmic adventure. And your crew have done a beautiful job with all the songs that we're going to be featuring today.
Oh, thank you.
Take something beautiful and add just another layer even.
Oh, yeah, it is amazing. Tell me just a little bit before we need to go to break what it's like to think through how you want it produced artistically, filmically, because you bring very powerful images that raise up to the level of the lyrics, and that's an art as well.
Yeah, I mean, I work directly with a director. His name is Tony Silvers. He's been the the videographer who's done all of my videos to this point. And him and I have a great working relationship where I have a vision, whether it's telling a story via, music or visually. It's always a story, and it has to make sense, and it has to take you on a journey. And that's, he helps, with that, putting that on screen. So,
well, you two as a partnership do a beautiful job, because I listen to the music and then I watch the video and listen to the music and just did another double wow, because it took me places. And it's very thoughtful, very imaginative, very intentional. Editing is beautiful, everything about it. And with that, I'm going to have us listen to more. Oh, did you want to say one more thing before we go to? Okay, Scotty's shaking his head no, that I am okay to go to music.
I got more to say later.
Okay, good. We're going to listen to A Smile as we go out of this segment, and we'll be right back with some wonderful more music.
When it seems like everything is going wrong, you'll head up to the sky, you'll just hold on. No matter what you're going through, just stay strong. Brother, what you gonna do to feed your family? Got a wife now and a son and the bills to pay. Hang on in there, brother. God's gonna make a way. Can you hear Father say, and smile for me, yeah, and smile.
Glad that you've joined us on Connections Radio Show, where we talk about ideas that matter. And today we get to celebrate with song things that matter. And our topic today is celebrating the joy of connection through music. And hosting with me is Rick Bernardo, and a partner of the Connections Radio Show, Scott Harold, who is CEO of Rock the Cause and a community partner and educator at the High School for the Recording Arts.
And I've known Scott for some years from his work in music and fundraising and youth. And tell us about our guest a little bit, Scott.
Yes. Well, I love sharing music, and this morning we are sharing just absolutely glorious, joyful music of Patrick Adams, who is a multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, producer here in the Twin Cities. And this music spans all genres. There's R&B, soul, funk, there's hip-hop, there's gospel. But what I love about Patrick's music is, growing up in the 70s, I got exposed to a lot of artists like Sly Stone and Earth, Wind and Fire, etc. And what was always great about those artists is that the joy was so accessible, and it was intended to be accessible to anybody who wanted to access the joy through the music. And that's what is happening with Patrick's music. And Patrick and I got introduced by his work at with our students at High School for Recording Arts. Patrick, is head of security at Paisley Park, but he has given our young people at High School for Recording Arts so many opportunities to get connected with the world and the community, and we're so grateful. But as a result, we get to share this incredible music.
Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you for having me.
I am so glad you're here. And you shared with me about how you got started in music, and I think it's a wonderful story. You started really young. When you're working with the High School for the Recording Arts, my guess is it sort of taps into your own memory of starting as a young person.
Yeah. Initially, so I had some, they're still alive. I have some cousins a bit older than me, and they were all into music, and I was just the little guy in the room that was just sitting there, just watching them do their thing. And
I can see that just as you're talking about it, I can see the joy in your eyes.
Yeah, it's flashback.
And it's like, man, I one day I want to do that. And so I didn't tell you this part. So I started off, I was like, man, I want to play the drums. And I didn't have any drums. So you remember the old ice cream buckets?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those plastic ones?
The plastic ones.
Yes. You got to take the handle off, though, right?
Yeah, well, and so I would get 4 or 5 of those.
Oh, my gosh.
Have them all sound a little different, and that's how I started playing the drums. Well, by the time I was 14, I had gotten a drum set, and by the time I was 14, I was able to actually play on my first record with my cousins. So that was exciting.
What a moment.
It was a lot of pressure because my cousin would say, we'd get into the studio, and money is precious. Studio time's precious.
Business.
Boy, don't mess up.
Yeah, I can hear that coming.
Moment of encouragement
Right.
when you need your cousins to surround you
Yeah.
and give you the confidence instead.
Don't mess up. Heard that coming. Yeah.
That was a lot of confidence right there. I was like, okay,
Thank you.
I got it.
That money meter is rolling
it's
in
rolling.
the studio.
I love it.
Tell me what not to do, and I'll probably do it now.
But it was great to come through that.
But another way, it was kind of cool because they respected you as a musician. They weren't going to coddle you.
That's great.
They were going to call you to action. You're one. Just be with us. And
They were really good at building confidence and giving you opportunity, and so I'm forever grateful for that.
So you started 14, 15. 14,
yep.
Then something happened around 19. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we, leading up to it, I did more records with them, and then by the time, and I was a drummer, and I got a chance to do some arrangements on some records as well. But by the time I was 19 and playing in a few different bands, it was like, bands break up all the time. I don't want to go through that, and so I began to teach myself how to, write music, play keyboards, how to sing. And so my days, especially in the summer, as we're in summer now, would be 8 to 10 hours of just rehearsing.
Whoa.
2 hours on the drums, 2 hours on the keyboards, 2 hours dancing, 2 hours singing, just all of that.
You're sounding like an athlete that's getting ready for a marathon.
Yeah. Before I would even, and while my friends were at the lake hanging out, I was what we call woodshedding.
And focused.
And focused.
People wonder how people like you get to do all of that, and it's so much work that they never know about.
Because you make it look easy.
Yeah.
At the end of it.
Yeah. You make it look like it just flows from you.
Well, for the younger artists that might be out there listening, it's what Patrick is really the lesson here is that talent is just the baseline.
Right.
Talent's just the baseline. You got to outwork everybody, man, to get somewhere. You got to outwork them, and that outworking, people takes what Patrick is talking about. You got to put that effort in because talent's just the baseline, Now,
tell me a little bit about this song, "Happy You," and it was part of Ear Slap, right?
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So Ear Slap is an instrumental EP that I did, and Happy You is the first instrumental song that I ever wrote. And so it was very inspirational to me because I love experimenting with different things. And so that was my first experiment with that, and I was really having fun with it, and it just led me to, okay, let me try another one. And I did another one, and that was fun. Part of my creative process, when I do something new and I see the end product of it, even before I go to mixing and all of that, just the whole arrangement and all of that, I kind of laugh, like, wow, okay.
That's an appropriate joy, isn't it? A gratification, like, hey.
But it's also like a recognition that was kind of a little adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That adventure was kind of cool.
Yeah. And so Happy You was me being in a happy space and, trying something for the first time.
Sure.
And you mentioned the word fun, and it's just so fun to listen to. I can hear it being fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I also want to remind our listeners that they can listen to more music at Patrick's website, and it's Patrick Adams, and then it's music, but it's spelled with a Z. So Patrick Adams, MUZIC.com. And let's hear a little bit more about Happy You.
If I ruled the world, what would life be? You see, every man, woman, boy and girl would live in peace and harmony. If I ruled the world, the change would surely come. No more tears, no more fears. We would all see the morning sun. So all we need is a change of heart. If I ruled the world, no hate, no poverty. If I ruled the world, there'd be love for one another.
I'm Lori Fitz, and we're glad that you've joined us today on Connections Radio Show. And you were just listening to If I Ruled the World, Change of Heart. What a song! I am so excited about talking about it today, but I first need to let you all know that the subject of our show today is celebrating the joy of connection through music. And hosting with me is Rick Bernardo, and a partner of Connections Radio Show, Scott Harold, who is the CEO of Rock the Cause and a community partner, as well as an educator at the High School of the Recording Arts.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, that is just, wow. What an extraordinary song.
And that was Patrick Adams,
Patrick
just
Adams,
to get that
yeah.
name right out there now.
Patrick Adams, right out the gate, man. You know, I get caught up in just you wanting to say the extraordinary things about your work, because it is, and I mean that genuinely, it is extraordinary. And it's being made right here in the Twin Cities, and it should be shared with the world. And Patrick Adams' music is available on all streaming platforms. It's incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, this song you wrote soon after George Floyd was murdered, and right when the Ukrainian war got started. And when you were sharing the song with me before I had heard it, you said you almost wanted to go to a child's place of, if I could rule the world.
Correct. So just the overwhelming feeling that I had with all of these events that were happening, it really struck home for me. I mean, the George Floyd situation happened in the neighborhood that I grew up in, number one, and then to top that off with the Ukrainian invasion, in Ukraine. It was just, for me, it's like, that's enough. Like, And it just led me to, go down into the lab and, start writing. And I wanted it from like a child's perspective. Like, if I ruled the world, what would life be? Every man, woman, boy, and girl would live in peace and harmony. And so I wanted to keep that theme going from that perspective of, if I ruled the world, this is the next thing. And so that's how I was writing it. It's just kind of like looking up like this as I'm playing, and just from that perspective.
It's just such a beautiful example of imagination going to another level of imagination and create.
Yes.
Yeah. There's an innocence about If I Could Rule the World, but listening to you sing it and then the powerful video that was created it takes that innocence, but then it filters it through the adult with pain and experience.
Right.
And with all the pain going on, still channeling the innocence within that wants to make a difference.
Absolutely. So the the video is basically, this is what our children are seeing from us as adults. Mm-hmm. The lyrics are the child speaking. The visual is what the child sees from us as adults, what we are doing to this world and what we are doing to this child's innocence.
And interspersed in there is Martin Luther King.
Yep.
With his I Have a Dream, which I find particularly beautiful because just before the March on Washington, where he shared the I Have a Dream, he had made a commitment to support children in the movement.
Yep.
And reached out to make sure that children were part of the love.
Yep.
So it's tapping into not only your childhood and the innocence, but I think it's tapping into the dream itself of who are our children? Who do we want for our children to be? How do we support them in this world?
Right.
And Martin Luther King Jr. said love. We want them to have love.
Want them to have love. And the significance of that particular part of the speech spoke to me because I have 4 biological children. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, oh yeah, this is perfect. We're going to put this piece in there.
And it works.
Wonderful.
This piece, tell me how it went from the George Floyd square to another square.
Yes. So the day leading up to the day of the release of the song and the video, a really good friend of mine connected me with an individual that seen the video and asked if I would like to have that video shown in Times Square. I was like, yeah, sure. I'm not.
That works for me.
I'm not,
Yeah.
And so the day that the song and the video was released, it was featured in Times Square. And they sent me a clip of someone standing there watching it. And I was like, I called the guy up and I was like, man, thank you. Appreciate that. I was like, I wish I could have been there. He says, oh, well, don't worry. If you can get there by next Friday, because it was released on a Friday, if you can get there by the following Friday, it'll be shown 3 times an hour for 10 hours straight.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah.
So I was able to see that. So that was really cool.
I hope you have pictures of that.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
And video.
Oh, good. It also touched me because you feature people of the community.
Yes. So, day of filming the video, we filmed it in George Floyd Square. Day of filming, it was -2 degrees. And we wanted to feature people that work in the community, live in the community, grew up in the community, as well as people that, have a big impact in different communities throughout the Twin Cities. So was able to get those people together even under those extreme conditions. And it was a real blessing to be able to do that.
And you held hands.
And we held hands. And, if you watch the video, the last scene in the video talks about there's a frame that says "Be the change," and as you're looking at it, everybody's holding hands, and there's this looks like we're walking towards water, but what it is a reflection of all of us there, and it's to be the change. You have to look at yourself first, and so. That was the significance of that, and it was done really well.
It's exquisite. The music's exquisite. The video, incredibly enough, takes you even higher in that level of, for me, awe and respect for the work. And the work is representative of all the work that needs to be done. And in a time when there's backlash, it's something that I hold very dear.
Yeah.
That this is the hope. This is what we can hold on to. And all of your music does that. It brings out the joy. We have some dark moments going on, and yet you find the joy.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to me to highlight the joy, the good things in life, because there is a lot of it out there. You just have to let it in. And, you just have to embrace that and make that the focus and make love the focus, not the hate. It's easy to hate.
Yeah.
But it's even easier to love.
Yeah. I shared with you, when hate is loud, love's just got to be louder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love that this is making it louder. How does your family feel now? That they see that you're producing more music, and the cousins that got you started. Have they given you feedback on how they like the music?
Yeah, they love the music. They understand that they were the foundation and the people that I looked up to, as well as Prince and The Time and all the people that came from our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Prince went to the same junior high school and high school that I went to just years prior to me. And so, just living through all of these, what I called legends as a child, and just having something to look up to, my cousins and those that taught me what I know, I hope that they're proud of what I'm doing.
I'm sure they are. When you bring up The Times, there's one song that I've always loved of The Times that I use as a quote quite often. What time is it? Time to get wild and loose. Where's the party? Yeah. Right here under your shoes.
Right.
And that's where the party is with your songs. It's right here under our shoes.
Thank you.
Patrick, everything you're saying is reminding me of there's a Bengali poet, scientist, one of these Renaissance people from years ago, Rabindranath Tagore, and he said at one point, he wrote, I slept and dreamed that life was joy. I awoke to find that life was duty. I acted and discovered that duty was joy. And there's that growth and dynamic in that song, those different layers. So beautiful.
And the call to action you have is be the change.
Be the change.
Be the act.
Act.
Act. Be the change. And with that, let's hear some more of that music.
All we need is a change. Playing with your friends in the park, white, black, yellow, light, and dark, yeah. All we need is just a change. Can we get right back there now? Yeah, yeah. So all we need is just a change. Come together, we need the world to be free, yeah. So all we need is a change. when I think about this life and the changes I've been through, all the many ups and downs, yeah. I'm so glad that I found you. When I close my eyes, I can see visions of your lovely face. You make my day so bright. With you in my world, I can see clearly, 'cause you are my light. Yeah, you take me away. Take me away. Take me away. Take me away.
Good morning, and welcome back to Connections Radio Show, where Patrick Adams was taking us away. Beautiful song. We've been experiencing the joy of his music, which is great because our topic today is celebrating the joy of connection through music. And many different styles of music were brought to us by Patrick today. My co-hosts today are Rick Bernardo and a partner of Connections Radio Show, Scotty Harold.
Hi.
Who is the CEO of Rock the Cause and a community partner and educator at the High School for the Recording Arts.
Yeah, thanks for having us this morning. And I have the honor of being able to be here this morning and share the music of Patrick Adams with you all, who's a Twin Cities artist, writer, producer, working in just in all genres of music. And it's been extraordinary because not only does Patrick have this amazing output of music to share with the world, but he's also very community focused and does a lot of wonderful things for the community, like with his current single Smile, which is out worldwide right now. Students from the High School for Recording Arts are actually doing the publicity, marketing, promotion of that song, which is incredible because those young people are paid. They're in a paid internship. They make $15 an hour to do this. They get a $20 bonus for every radio station they secure the song on. And it teaches them a skill set, because publicity marketing is a skill set, but also with the young people that we work at High School for Recording Arts, being able to make money eases a lot of burdens for them. And we are so grateful for you saying yes to that. And thank you out there also to TC Ellis. If you're out there listening, thank you for also helping to make that possible.
Yeah. For me, it was a great joy to do that. I do have a background and a great passion for our youth. And I used to run a youth sports program for 10 years. And it was centered around girls basketball.
All right.
And over that period of time, helped get over 60, 70 kids in college on some sort of scholarship. And so youth is very important. I'm very passionate about the development of youth. I also used to run a music and arts program in some of our schools in Minneapolis, teaching health disparities through music and art. So I love the youth, and anything that I can do to help out, I'm there.
Our kind of people.
I also want to mention that your song that we just heard, Take Me Away, is one of the most romantic songs I have ever heard.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
one of those songs that every woman would love to have that, be sung to her in terms of...
I'm still floating as a man of my
you're
gender.
Thinking about me all day while you work. I mean, yeah. It's very special.
Thank you. The inspiration for that song... I was in a relationship, and it just felt like she wasn't getting where I was coming from in this particular moment, and how much I really cared for her. And so she came home one night, and was trying to express that, and I couldn't express it. So I went back down to the lab. I always go.
Yep.
And, these lyrics started coming out, and it was my way, through the music as well as the video, to expressing to her how I really felt about her. Even so, when I did the video, she was not allowed to come to the video shoot. And I wanted to cast a young lady that looked like she did, similar to her. And someone that was a professional dancer that could help put across the message that I want to bring across. And so she didn't see the video until it was completed.
Nice.
And we both just sat there and cried. I'm like, this is what I was trying to tell you.
and that's a heck of a lot better than a dozen roses, okay?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And I do encourage, as I have in the other segments, for folks to see the video. The video is dreamy. The Take Me Away puts you in a place of that's where love goes.
Yes.
It takes us away. And especially, again, in times when it's difficult, it's wonderful to have that person that can take you away.
Yeah.
And it's all got a life of its own now. I mean, we can listen to it and we get taken away in all kinds of other ways, in a dreamy way. So that's beautiful.
To see the videos and listen to Patrick's music, you can go to Patrick Adams Music. The music does have Z in it, so it's Patrick Adams, MUZIC.com. Great music.
Thank you.
And I'm also, just before I forget, Joe Thomas always said, music is prayer with wings. And that's what I'm hearing throughout our whole show here today on Connections Radio is a blessing in all kinds of ways, but with actions and good responsibility.
And Scotty, I'm going to let you have the last word.
Yeah, so to listen to Patrick Adams' music, as Lori has already said, you can go to the website, patrickadamsmusic.com, but also it's available on all platforms. And there's another really great project out there you can search for called Ear Slap, which is Patrick's instrumentals that sound like Herbie Hancock inspired. So go discover this music. Do it. Yeah.
Thanks,
it'll make your Saturday.
Patrick.
Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you all for having me. It was a great time. Appreciate it.
Well, we love celebrating you and your music and hearing the backstory. Backstories are always special. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing it all with us.
You're welcome.
All right. Take care. Have a great week, everyone.